Hi, and welcome back to another Grand Adventures video. Today we're going to be looking at three different things. We're going to be looking at Necromunda Ash Waste, we're going to be looking at the Dr. Doom Omnibus, and we're going to be doing an unboxing for Iron Studios Thor. So right off the bat, what I want to start with is this bad boy right here. It's one of my favorite villains, one of my favorite characters in comics, period. I like to joke that he's the best character because he's Dr. Doom. Why wouldn't he be the best character? So this is a Dr. Doom 6 Decades of Doom Omnibus, and this is like a collection of all of his best appearances. So you're going to get, like, he's going to be X-Men, Fantastic Four, Avengers, Spider-Man. It's really good. It's going to show you around here on the back. It's quite the collection. It's got a list of all the books that are going to be here, but it really is all of his best appearances. So like I said, it's, you know, it's crazy. Like I said, you got Fantastic Four, you have Kazar, you have X-Men, you have Iron Man, Champions. Obviously, it's got a Secret Wars appearance because, I mean, that's, you know, if you're a Doom fan, you know, Secret Wars is a very important thing for Doom. And I'm talking about the original 80s Secret Wars, not the one from a few years ago. But this is awesome. So, and these are great. Omnibuses are great, too, if you're just getting into it. You know, there's a lot of speculation that Doom is going to be in the new Black Panther movie. Obviously, they're bringing in the Fantastic Four. So if you're into the MCU stuff, but you never really read comics, but you're getting into it and you want to know more about these characters they're bringing in, these omnibuses are the way to go. They collect so much stuff in one big, nice hardback book that looks beautiful on a shelf. And like I said, this is just collecting all of Dr. Doom's appearances, but they have omnibuses that are Amazing Spider-Man omnibuses that are, you know, from one issue to a certain issue. So it's a whole collection, a whole run, and you really can just dive in and just keep reading and not miss a beat. They're always in the order they need to be in. So if it's a miniseries like War of the Realms or Secret Wars or Inferno, any of that stuff, it'll have all the issues that were part of that miniseries, and they'll be in the order they're supposed to be in for you to read. So it's not, you're not going to have to jump around in the book. So that's how this is. It's going to start with his, I believe it's his first Fantastic Four appearance, all the way up to the newest book, which I think is actually a Fantastic Four. Actually, no, it's a Book of Doom, which is a really good little miniseries. So like I said, this is 6 Decades of Doom. This thing is awesome. It actually has 2 different covers. One this is a Greg Land cover, and then one is more of a traditional, like older 60s, 70s style art. I can't remember who does it right off the top of my head. Like I said, this is the side of these things are awesome. They're heavy duty. You know, winter coming up. It's going to be cold, be stuck in the house. Omnibuses are an awesome thing to have. You sit there on the couch and just delve in for hours on some of these characters. And like I said, with a lot of speculation of Doom being in the movies and stuff, I really wanted to touch on this. It's one of my absolute favorite characters. I love this character. I think he is the best villain ever. I don't think anybody can touch Doom. He's just awesome on every level. If you don't know Doom, it's like Doctor Strange and Iron Man and Reed Richards and all these guys kind of combined into one. He does so much stuff. Very awesome character. Very awesome omnibus. I recommend checking this out, especially if you're wanting to know. This will get you on the Doom track better than anything. This is all the stuff. These are better than Wikipedia. Stay off the internet. Grab one of these bad boys. Sit on your couch. Dive in and just enjoy and learn about Doom or whatever character you want to get an omnibus about. You can always find omnibuses here at our store, on our website. If you're local, just come on in. Check out our wall. We have just tons of them. We have this one right here. If you're not local, you can check them out on our website or your local comic shop. But these things are awesome. I highly recommend this one. I highly recommend any of them. But for me, this one right here, this bad boy right here is the one you want to go with. So that was the 6 Decades of Doom Omnibus. So now what I'm going to jump into is I'm going to pull this bad boy over right here, and we're going to look at Necromunda Ash Waste. So what we're looking at right now is Necromunda Ash Waste. If you don't know what Necromunda is, it is a kind of a spin-off, if you will, of Warhammer 40,000. It normally takes place in the Hive City. So it's like these layers. It's kind of like if you're familiar with Judge Dredd, something like that. Maybe not even Judge Dredd, but it's like a hive. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's like a beehive, but it's a city. And so inside the city, you have all these gangs, and that's what this game is about, is gang warfare. So if you look at 40K or Age of Sigmar, and you're like, man, I'd like to play a game like that, but it's just too much. You know, just too big of an army. And I know you've heard me talk about Crisis Protocol, and that's another game that's a smaller game. And if you've seen me talk about that or seen people play it, this is more on that scale. Doesn't play the same, but still the same scale of like size of game. So this is really cool. The lore in Necromunda is awesome. The gangs are awesome. They're all so drastically different from each other, and that's what it's kind of like the old movie The Warriors, how you had all the different gangs. It's exactly like that, but in more of a post-apocalyptic, futuristic setting. These box sets for these, like if you're going to get into Necromunda, these are the way to go if you've never played it before. It's also a very affordable game to get into. Obviously, the box sets are a little more up there because you're gonna. I'm gonna turn it around here. It's gonna be kind of hard to see probably from the distance. I'll get a shot in here a little while of it and let you see the back of it closer up. They come with terrain, 2 gangs. So if like even say you have a buddy and you guys are like, man, we want to play a tabletop game. Like I said, 40K is just too big. You want to get into something. This is where you want to go. Is this right here? Later video, I'll look at Warcry, which is more of the even though it plays different, it's the fantasy version, if you will, of something like this. But this thing is awesome. They've just introduced vehicles, so now the gangs have vehicles, but it's not like big tanks and stuff. They're like 4-wheelers and these like giant flea creatures that some of the dudes ride around on. But this game is awesome. It's a skirmish game. It's gang warfare. It's a lot of layers. So a lot of cool like parkour type things. You go upstairs and ladders. It's really cool, and it's very condensed, so it doesn't take up as much space. And the terrain, in my opinion, out of all the GW games, nothing beats the Necromunda terrain. It's just really cool because it does have kind of like that futuristic, post-apocalyptic city kind of vibe to it, and everything's close quarter. So these guys are like melee weapons and shotguns and just sometimes homemade bombs, things like that. This is a very cool game. I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to get you a close in of this box so you can really see what it's all about, and then I'll be right back. All right, if you'll pardon the reflection, this is the front cover. You get a closer look of it. Ruthless combat on a nightmare world in the 41st millennium. They aren't kidding about that. One of those flea creatures I was talking about is right there on the cover. You got your 4-wheel, you got your 2 gangs fighting. Just super awesome. I'm going to flip this around and let you see the other side, and I'll be right back. All right, and there's your back side. It's going to kind of show you a little bit of what you're getting with it. You're getting 2 gangs in this box set. Now, if you're not interested in these gangs, we do sell some of the terrain for this game separate, or your local store, possibly wherever you're from. You can get terrain separate. You don't have to buy the box to get the terrain. There's tons of gangs to choose from. These aren't the only 2 gangs. That's what makes this game awesome, is all the different gangs. As you can see, though, this particular box set brought a whole new scenery into the game. So you're getting the it's more like if you're into Star Wars, like a Tatooine kind of look to it. It's got a desert look with these cool like huts with these bridges going between them. Like I said, the little sand flea creatures. You got your 4-wheelers. Just an awesome game. Comes with that board you're seeing right there that they're setting on. So this game, like, that's the cool thing about this. If you're wanting to get into it, the gangs are super affordable, like once you're into it. So if you get this, you're like, I don't really like either one of these gangs. Just grab another gang, put it together and go. And it's a very progressing game. Like, so you're buying gear for your gangs as you go along. So they're getting better and they're getting better weapons and a lot of neat little layouts you can do for them and stuff. But what you're seeing right here, you're going to get all the cards, all the dice, the templates, the models. You're going to get everything you need to start in this box. So that's why it's such a great deal. If like I said, if you got a friend that wants to play this, you guys get together, split it, choose which army one wants to take, whatever, figure that out amongst yourselves, and then you're ready to go. You can start playing Necromunda. But can't say enough good about Necromunda. It's one of the coolest games out there, and I highly recommend it. So this was Necromunda Ash Waste. If you're local and you're very curious about this, come in and check out all our Necromunda stuff, or get online, check it out. But this is Necromunda Ash Waste. Like I said, can't say enough about it. And I'm going to head back to the main camera, and I'll see you there. All right, so like I said, that was Necromunda Ash Waste. I hope you enjoyed the look at that. Like I said, gang warfare in the future, dirt bikes, shotguns, flamethrowers, Molotov cocktails, pipe bombs, all the good stuff. Close combat, just hit each other with like chainsaws and swords. It's such a cool game, such a cool setting. And like I said, this is a perfect game for people who maybe don't have as much room to play 40K or just like that smaller thing. You can throw your gang in a little tiny box, head up here, head to your local store, wherever you want to play, and you're good to go. That was Necromunda Ashways. Now the last thing I'm going to look at today is the Thor from Iron Studios. I'm going to bring this bad boy over here in front of me. Get a little close look at this box. This just came out. This is the Iron Studios Thor. This thing is awesome. This is the most Thor I've ever seen a Thor be. His costume's a little bit of, as you'll see here when I show a close-up of it, it's a little bit of a combination of a bunch of different Thors, I feel. But the box, you know, it's a typical like statue box from Sideshow. It's pretty sleek, simple, not much to it. He's 1/10 scale, so these statues like this are awesome. A 1/10 scale is a little bit smaller. It's not one of the big gigantic statues as you can see from the box size. So he's just a little bit smaller than this box. And 1/10 scale statues are awesome because if you're somebody who has detofs or smaller shelves in your house, and you want to collect statues, but you don't have a lot of room for the big ones, these are perfect. They're just as detailed. They're just as detailed, if not more, than the bigger ones, and super nice. Look really good in detofs when they're lit. So I'm going to take a step back, get Thor out of the box, and we're going to get a closer look at him, and I'll be right back. All right, here he is out of the box, put together. The cape is fabric, so it's got a little bit of media to it. It's a fabric cape that's wired, so you can pose it in any way you want. Look at that mean mug. Look at that face. Look at the details. Super awesome. The etching on the plates on his armor. Just super awesome. I love the over-exaggeration at the top of the boots. The cool rock base. It's got the engraving on the side of the hammer. Let's get that in focus. Whoever holds the hammer, if thou be worthy, shall have possess the powers of Thor. Super awesome. I love when they put that on the statues and the toys of Thor. I think it belongs on there. It just increases the coolness of it. Speaking of coolness, I'm about to scroll down to something really awesome. Probably saw it a little while ago. And there he is, Throg, Thor Frog. Yes, he comes with the statue, connects to the side of the base. Got his little portal around, or his little energy around him there. It actually wraps around all the way over to here, as you can see. Super awesome. For you Disney Plus fans who watch Loki, you probably got a glimpse of him. If you don't know who he is, you definitely want to talk about those omnibuses earlier. Grab one of them Thor omnibuses and read up on some Thor Frog. But that's awesome that they put him on there. It just adds another depth, another layer to the statue. As you can see, you got the rune writing in there and the base. Let me get it focused in there. Just like Thor just landed here and just smashed the crap out of this thing, which looks awesome. The boots. The wrapping around the boots. Like I said, this particular Thor statue, and I'll turn him around here in a second, is very reminiscent of a lot of different designs. Kind of reminds me of the chest part. Definitely reminds me of Olivia Coppel's Thor design, which he kind of redesigned the way Thor looked anyways. Like the way he looked in the first movies and stuff is kind of based off Olivier's art. This thing is awesome. Get back in. Like I said, the cape. It's wired, it's cloth. Don't want to cover up Thor Frog there. And we can turn him around here. See his beautiful gold locks flowing in the wind. The cape is just awesome. I love the mixed media like this. I think it adds like a little bit of a layer to the statue that you don't get otherwise. The wrapping on the hands looks amazing. Some of that leather looks like mixed media. It's not. It's actually sculpted on, but it's just painted very well. He got his big T on his belt, so you know he's Thor. Get down here. I'm gonna look at the edge of the base. The edge of this base is, as you can see, got Thor's hammer right there. Just almost like it's trying to tell a story. Very cool. Got the Viking head there, or Thor's head possibly. Very cool stuff. Come back up. Let's turn him around here and get one more close look at that mean mug. And like I said, this is Iron Studios Thor 1/10 scale. I'm going to zoom out here, get a good look at him. Look at that bad boy. I mean, he can't be beat. This thing is awesome. All right, I'm going to get back behind the camera and close this one out. But there he is, Iron Studios Thor. All right, I'm back. And so that's going to conclude today's video. I know it was a shorter one. We only did 3 things today. Oh, Thor Frog fell off. get him back on there in a second. I bumped him while going around. But that was Look Today. We had the 6 Decades of Dr. Doom, Iron Studios Thor, and Necromunda Ashways. 3 awesome things I can't say enough good stuff about. I'm a big Thor fan, so I love this Thor statue, and you really got to see him in person. The detail on his hands and the leather work and everything, and the engraving on the base. He's one of the best Thor statues I've ever seen. Like I said, he's a little bit of a combination of all the different Thor outfits throughout the years. Obviously got the big wings on his helmet. 6 Decades Doom, I already told you, massive Doom fan, probably my favorite villain, probably the best villain. He can beat up everybody. He's Dr. Doom. And then Necromunda Ashways, which is one of the best skirmish games out there. It's different. There's nothing else like it, in my opinion. It's gang warfare. It's awesome. It's brutal, and it's definitely different. I definitely highly recommend it. So that was my three things I was looking at today. Some of the future videos that are coming out, I'm going to look at the new NECA RoboCop, the Marvel Legends, Null and Venom, Mezco Wolverine. I'm going to look at some more omnibuses, some more comic books, obviously, look at some more GW stuff. I've got some board games I want to look up. So I've got some definitely good plans for some future videos. But I hope you enjoyed this video today. You want to follow us on YouTube, hit like, subscribe. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Go to our store's webpage. It'll be linked in the video here. But like I said, appreciate you stopping by and watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and have a great day.